Hi guys, my name is John Francis Parreñas and I am here to discuss the evaluation of determinants by the pivotal element method. So first, what is a pivotal element method? The pivotal element method is one of the useful methods in evaluating a determinant. In getting the determinant of a matrix of order n, the pivotal element method center its solution on finding a pivot element, which is 1, and creating an quantity n minus 1 determinant from here. So the step 1 in using pivotal element method is first, if the given determinant of order n has an element unity or 1, use this as your pivot or pivotal element. Then step 2, cross out the row and column through the pivotal element. Then step 3, from each element of the resulting determinant of order quantity n minus 1, subtract each remaining entry by a product of the elements in the pivotal rows and column that intersects with the remaining entry. The last step 4, the value of the given determinant is negative 1 raised to I, which is row, plus j, which is column, times the value of the new determinant. So we can illustrate better the steps by solving a problem. So here in problem 1, we are given a 3 by 3 matrix. Evaluate the given determinant. So first, we must locate our pivot, which is 1. So here in the matrix, our pivot is located in row 2, column 2. So step 2 would be cross out the row and column, the pivots row and column. We call it the pivotal rows and column. Then after that, upon crossing it out and locating your pivot, there would always be negative 1 raised to the sum of the position of its rows and column, which is in our case is negative 1 raised to 2 plus 2 because our pivot is located in row 2, column 2, so 2 plus 2. Then in step 3, we're going to subtract each remaining entry from the product of the elements it intersects with. So, ayan, 3 minus 4 times negative 2. Nag-intersects kasi yung 3 dun sa column na 4, tsaka dun sa row ng negative 2. So, ayan, after that, negative 1 raised to 2 plus 2 is positive 1. And 3 minus negative 4 times negative 2 is 11. 5 minus 2 times negative 2 is 9. Negative 1 minus 4 times 3 is negative 13. 6 minus 2 times 3 is 0. Then after that, we're going to do is our upward and downward diagonals. 11 times 0 minus 9 times negative 13. So our final answer would be positive 117 because negative 9 times negative 13 is positive 117. Then in our problem 2, we are given again our 3 by 3 matrix. Evaluate the given determinant. Note that if ever given a matrix or determinant that doesn't contain 1, you can choose any element from the matrix and we can use that as our pivotal element. But we have to make it 1. Gagawan mo ng paraan na maging 1 siya. For example, I choose here 2 as our pivotal element. To make it this 1, you have to divide it by 2, meaning we have to factor out. Then you just choose where you factor 2. It's either you factor 2 to the row, no, to the row or to the column where it's placed. So here, I see that the row 1 is divisible by 2, so we can use that and factor out 2 there. Then 2 would be positive 1, then negative 2 would be negative 1, and 4 would be 2. So now we have our pivot, which is here as 1, positive 1. Then step 2, after locating, step 2 is cross out its row and column. Yeah. After crossing it out, the solution would be negative 1 raised to the sum of its position of the rows and columns. So it would be 2 times negative 1 raised to 1 plus 1. Then, in step 3, subtract each remaining entries by a product of the pivotal elements of the rows and columns it intersects with the remaining entry. So here, negative 3 minus negative 1 and negative 6 kasi dyan siya nag-intersects yung remaining entry. Ito yung mga remaining entry and nag-intersect sila dito sa mga rows and columns. So it will be negative 3 minus negative 1 times 6, 0 minus negative 1 times 8, negative 1 minus 2 times 6, and 2 minus 2 times 8. Then after that, negative 1 raised to 1 plus 1 is positive 1. Negative 3 minus negative 1 times 6 is 3. 0 minus negative 1 times 8 is 0. Negative 1 minus 2 times 6 is negative 13. 2 minus 2 times 8 is negative 14. Then, after that, we use our upward and downward diagonals. 2 times 1 is 2. And 3 times negative 14 minus 0 times negative 13. So, it would be 0. 3 times negative 14 is negative 42. 2 times negative 42, and our final answer would be negative 84. Ayan. Then, in our problem 3, evaluate the given determinant. We have a 4 by 4 matrix. So, same lang ng method ng pag-solve, locate our pivot. So, our step 1 is, our pivot is located here. After locating, cross out its rows and column. Column 3, row 4. Oh, sorry. Then after that, i-write natin yung mga remaining entry muna. Yan, ito yung mga natira. Then, negative 1 raised to 4 plus 3, which is row 4 and column 3. So, it would be negative 1 kasi 4 plus 3, negative 1 raised 4 plus 3 is negative 1. Then after that, in the step 3, we're going to subtract each remaining entry by the product of the rows and column it intersects. So 2 times negative 0 times 4, negative 5 minus 0 times 4, 3 times negative 4 times 4, 0 minus 0 times 2, 3 minus 0 times 2, 2 minus 4 times 2, 0 minus 0 times negative 5, 0 minus 0 times negative 5, 0 minus 4 times negative 5. Medyo mahaba lang siya, but it's convenient naman kasi madali lang yung solution. Then after that, we solve it, and the values would be 2, 0, 0, negative 5, 3, 0, negative 30, negative 6, and 20. So, hindi pa yan yung ating final answer. We're going to factor it out kasi gagawin ulit natin itong pivot, itong 2. Ito yung ating napili. So, gawin lang natin ulit yung ginawa natin kanina. We factor out 2. Yan, dapat may negative 1 dyan kasi nakalagay kanina. So, ito, meron na tayong 1. So, susubtract na lang, i-cross out natin. Yan. Then, after that, after crossing it out, our solution would be negative 2 times negative 1 raised to 1 plus 1 kasi row 1, column 1, sabay yung remaining entry. Then, after that, we subtract each remaining entry by the product of the columns it intersects. So, 3 minus 0 times negative 5, negative 6 minus 0, times negative 13 is negative 6, 3 minus 0 times negative 5 is 3, 0 minus 0 times negative 5 is 0, 20 minus 0 times negative 13 is 20. So, now we're going to do our upward and downward diagonals. So, ibababa na natin negative 2, 3 times 20 minus negative 6 times 0, 0 na yan. Then, it will be 3 times 20 is 60. So, our negative 2 times 60, our final answer would be negative 120. So, that's all, and that's how you solve using pivotal element method. Hope you enjoy our video. Bye!